Hey friends, happy Wednesday. It's WIP Wednesday. You are looking at some stuff I still need to put away. Stuff on the back of the couch here. I need to get that put away still. And then now we're walking. I've got this whole pile of stuff. Some of it's donate, some of it's trash, some of it needs to go in this closet here. This closet it needs help. It needs a lot of help. Send a professional organizer, friends. So we've got all that. And then we walk into my little office craft area, and it's something to be desired still. Yeah, I have a lot of work to be done in here still. Yeah, even some of the toys have taken up residency in here. But this corner over here, I ordered, and this rug is not staying. So over in this corner here where my vacuum cleaner and these boxes and bags and stuff are, there is a 50-foot chase lounge coming. It is all the rage. It's called No Bones Furniture. It's essentially like a mattress. You take it, you open the bag, and watch it inflate itself. I will do a video. I'm super excited because it's really mesmerizing when you open a mattress and it just inflates. But with this chair, you have to give it 48 to 72 hours to fully inflate. So it's coming right around the time we're going out to see my mom and heading down to Phoenix. So that is perfect timing on that shipping. It was a purchase I was not wanting to make right now because it's a very expensive purchase, but a much needed. So then in here you come in, we have all my yarn organized. I love these cabinets, by the way. Love them. So we have all my yarn here and here. And then I still have yarn in the front hall closet. Let me show you that real quick. Let me pause you. Okay, so I still have all of this yarn in the front coat closet, and then my Lego sets and another unopened bag of polyfill. And then up there are all my special Monopoly games. And then all my other games and such, card games, whatever. Yeah, so I have a lot of work still, but it's a work in progress, right? And that's what WIP Wednesday is all about. So let's turn this camera around and let's go do some chit chat, okay? Okay, I'm back. See, for you that was just a split second, but for me it was more like forever because I couldn't find the project I want to work on. And I can't get my tripod situated. Oh, it's been a fun, fantastic day today, friends. Not really. I mean, it has, but it hasn't. I have a funny story, though, for what my birds did in the backyard. So we have a camera system. We have 2 cameras. Well, we had 2 cameras in our backyard. Notice I said had. So we have one that was up on, if you know what cattle stakes are for like when you're building a cattle fence, right? And they're flat on the top. And so we had it up there. No big deal. It's been no problem. And then I start getting all these alerts. And it kept telling me that there was activity in the quail yard. So that's what we named this camera, was the quail yard. I look, and those little stinkers took the camera and knocked it completely off of the pole again. So much so that the heavy duty Velcro is not sticking anymore. And I just left it all day. It was fun to watch the quail just kind of go up and look like, what is this? What is this? You know, it was funny. It was interesting. I finally went out and got it because now I'm getting the alerts that the battery's almost dead. Well, yeah, because they keep making it go off. The life of being a bird lady, right? So when I went out and fed them just now, I brought the camera in, and we're going to have to redo it because those birds go flying in, and I mean, they just, yeah. And I get birds of all sizes. I get pigeons, I get doves, I get thrashers. We get, I think we get wrens. There's a certain kind of wren that we get, cactus wren. We get finches, we get sparrows, we have gambit quail. Gambit quail is one of the two. It's hot here. I can barely think. So much has gone on today. I just got back in. I had to run up to McDonald's real quick. My son-in-law needed a drink. Yes, I'm picking you up at 7. Okay, sorry. That was my daughter texting me, making sure I'm picking her up at 7. Because my son-in-law went to the men's group at church tonight. And I think that's going to be just the place he needs to be. I'm going to switch gears for a moment, okay? I'm not going to get as deep as I did on my next door page. But all of us are getting so tired of all the racism around here. It's showing more and more. So where my son-in-law works, people are constantly throwing racial slurs at him. They're constantly telling him to go back to Mexico when he's more Italian than he is Mexican, okay? There's people constantly making fun of him because of the color of his skin. And then today he was at Walmart and just asked the lady, "Excuse me, can I get in the drink cooler?" And she looked right at him dead in the face and said, "Go back to Mexico." On Sunday, I'm sitting in church and there was a gentleman sitting behind me. I was wondering why he wasn't on the serving team, because every Sunday, this gentleman goes up and down the aisle, talking to people, praying with people. Just one of the nicest people you ever will meet. And he was talking to somebody else, and because of the color of his skin, when he was at the gym, there was a racial incident. It was so bad it caused him to cancel his gym membership. He said he does not feel welcome here in Kingman because of that. My husband and I, have had people say to us stupid stuff like, "Don't California my Arizona," thinking that we're going to bring the California politics and the California this and the California that across the border to Arizona. No, we are all here to get a new start, to get somewhere in life, because we were getting nowhere in California. So, like I said on Nextdoor, on my Nextdoor post, which if you don't know what Nextdoor is, it's a neighborhood app. If you're having a bad day, if you don't like the color of someone's skin, if you have nothing to say, simply walk away. Walk away. Walk away. So, anyways, on that, my Nextdoor post is going nuts. I keep getting so many alerts from my Nextdoor post, but it's also, like I said in there, God created us all to be equal. God created all of us like he did one to another. Yes, we are all different. If we were all the same, what a boring world this would be, right? But God created us equally. He created us to love one another. The greatest commandment that God gave us is to love one another. Even if you have disagreements, love one another. I can't stress it enough. There's just so much hate and... Oh, yeah. Anyways, I need to get off this topic because it's literally made my blood boil, like to the point, like I said, when my son-in-law came home earlier and I saw in his eyes the tears and the hurt, and I asked him what happened. He couldn't even go to the gym after that. He was supposed to go from Walmart to the gym. He couldn't even go. He had to come home, do his workouts, whatever, here at the house and just pray through it because it upset him so much. And this poor kid has gone through so much in his life. And he's just trying to get a better start. I don't get it, friends. I don't get it. But let's shift focuses real quick. This is what I'm working on. I'm working on some ATCs for tomorrow. For Deck the Year. I am doing those. I have these lovelies that I bought when I went to Michael's last week. Wow, was that already a week ago? It was. Yeah, so my WIPs for today, for WIP Wednesday, are going to be this room behind me, maybe the hallway. We'll see how I feel. Right now, I've got the afternoon sun right in front of me, so it's really hot, even with these blinds closed. My next investment is going to be room darkening curtains, like the ones that help hold the heat out and everything. We just bought some for the kids' room for my daughter and her husband, and they're not expensive, but I would have to move my desk, that dresser, and that bookshelf for my husband to get up there and drill the holes to put the curtain rod in. So I don't know. My face looks red because I was just outside. Yes. So anyways, friends, that is my video for today. I'm sorry I didn't have anything better to say. I'm moving on from all of this, though. I'm praying through it. I've asked God for guidance. I've asked God for forgiveness because my behavior, my attitude towards it all. Yeah. It just hurts this mama's heart, you know? But yeah. All right, I'm going to go. I want to get some of these ATCs worked on. I have a whole stack. I'm still working on my summer swap. I am so thankful that Jen gave us a couple of extra weeks because my swap partner needs some prayers. They have a lot of family stuff going on, and I completely can relate. That's the other thing I was going to tell you guys real quick before I end this video. My mom. So after my last visit with her, it took me a week to just digest and process everything that I had witnessed when I was there. My first thing was to call the facility and talk to them. The lady was very sweet and kind and very helpful. So that gave me a glimmer of hope. And I also, before I called the facility, I called the bank and I had my mom's debit card restricted so that she cannot use the vending machine. The facility was unaware of her going to the vending machine and getting all these snacks and the Diet Cokes and everything that she is clearly not supposed to have anymore after the surgery. She is on a strictly pureed liquid diet the rest of her life. And she was eating snacks and junk food. And, you know, it's been really hard on me because when I have to log into her bank account and, you know, make sure everything's good to go because of being the power of attorney and being her, you know, I'm still considered her caregiver, even though I'm not directly caregiving, you know. It's really hard to log in and see all these declined transactions because it's like taking a baby's pacifier and saying, nope, can't have it anymore, when they're in the midst of sucking on it, you know. They don't understand. Babies don't understand why you just took a pacifier away from them, nor do people like my mom who has Alzheimer's dementia. Why doesn't my card work? Why can't I do this and that? And now the bank is, you know, having to send me a new card because I have been told that I need to be fully in charge of her finances now. So when her card comes and I have to go buy all this stuff that the facility told me to get her and bring out to her, then I have to lead her to believe that the stuff came from us and not her account, because they said you don't want to make the situation any harder than it already is for her. So I'm wrestling with that. And I'm wrestling with some other stuff that I am nowhere near ready to talk to anybody about. I mean, I've talked to my kids, but I'm not ready to talk about it out this way. So, you know, anyways. All right. that's my WIP Wednesday. That's my chit chat. That's my, I'm getting off my high horse now. But keep those prayers coming, friends. Okay. And, yeah, I think for now, I'm going to just, sit here and plan out these ATCs and, go on from there. Okay. All right. Love and hugs to you all. And, ooh, here I go yawning. I have not been sleeping very good at all. I'll be back tomorrow with definitely for Deck the Year, and I'm going to be back with some crochet too. Duck Dishcloth is tomorrow. I have some stuff to show y'all, friends. I'm super excited. Okay, I love you all very, very much. Thank you all so much for sticking around and your support. It means the world to me. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow, okay?